I'm here with Kyle, the illustrious my sister co-host and founder of World We Live In, co-founder of World We Live In, and Ryan Malden, who is his brother. And you've been on the podcast before, right, Ryan?
Yeah, I think I did a guest appearance a few years back, and we covered Sasquatch.
Oh, we did. Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Yeah, we did an Oregon kind of Sasquatch Northwest episode.
That's right, because you had just gone up to Oregon. Nice.
Yeah, so I guess that must have been almost 4 or 5 years ago now.
Yeah, I guess probably like 2018, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any updates on if you've seen a Sasquatch or not, or any close encounters?
Have not seen a Sasquatch.
Damn.
No close encounters. However, there are still reportings in the local media.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I guess we'll have to check back in another 5 years and see if anything's changed.
Yeah. Damn. Well,
Kyle, for the topic today, I just sent it to you on Twitter.
Great.
Well, unfortunately, we won't be doing another Bigfoot episode today, but a little more relevant probably to a lot of people. I would say I don't know. I feel like there's something new on artificial intelligence like every day. I feel like it's similar to, to a lot of things, I guess. The rate at which it's excelling or progressing is just like pretty absurd. And I guess kind of what sparked the conversation is Ryan had put something on Instagram last night that was like the handheld telephone, our cell phones will outprogress like the human brain in like 25 years or something.
Yeah, so this is actually coming from Ray, and I'm not gonna spell his name properly, pronounce his name properly, but it's Kurzweils.
Oh yeah,
Kurzweils.
Yeah, Ray Kurzweil.
He's a director of engineering of I think AI. Very smart guy. He's anyway put out this projection that we've already been able to produce the computational intelligence of an entire human being with $1,000 worth of like compute power, and by 2050 his projection is that with $1,000 worth purchasing power worth of compute, you will be able to have the computational intelligence of all of humanity.
Wow.
So exponential growth in computational power on our devices, which when partnered with other things, I think, like Eric, you were sharing with how fast AI and some of the other technologies are coming, I think computational power exponentially increasing is going to change humanity in ways that we have no idea where we go from here, especially with computer science. So science fiction wise, I think we are open book here.
Damn. Yeah, my response to your Instagram story was, "Are we fucked or are we fucked?" But I mean, it was kind of a joke, but it's like kind of not a joke because like I don't. They're so unpredictable.
Yeah, going back. So this is not the first time a AI topic has popped up on the World We Live In podcast. And being the good podcaster I am, I went back and listened to some previous episodes that Eric and I have done on artificial intelligence.
This is true.
And it's wild to hear some of the things we were talking about and how well it holds up almost 5 years later. To what Ryan posted though, where like the real like turning point is that things are starting to be like the AI is becoming smarter than we are. Like the AI previous that we have talked about and we have discovered were to become human-like or to equal human intelligence. Eric, one of the metrics was they had the AI take an SAT test or an ACT test, compared it to, I think, Stanford students, and it was within like a couple points. And this was back in 2018. And it's crazy that we're, in the timeline of things, a mere, 5 years later, and now it seems like it doesn't seem, and these things are now surpassing human intelligence.
Yeah, but if you think about it, man, science fiction has been like thinking about robots for decades.
They have. Yeah, they have. I mean, there were people in the 50s saying that we would have like flying cars and live in like these massive, like, it looks like Halo.
Jetsons.
Yeah, the Jetsons. Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, they have been very wrong. Science fiction has been very wrong, but
I was gonna say, you know what killed the Jetsons and like science fiction dream is computers. Is we all sit inside.
Oh.
Instead of having innovative stuff and like doing stuff to like our homes or like have flying cars, we're happy sitting on the computers using being entertained that way.
Do you think that this is because it's phase one of the AI revolution?
That what is? Could you be more specific?
Phase one is humans building the infrastructure for AI to learn how to build the infrastructure to then take over.
It makes sense. Like I guess that is what's happening.
I think one thing that we'll see is from like AI and like shared compute is that they're able to like, the computers will be able to communicate with each other. So instead of having everything on siloed compute or like data silos, all of it will be able to communicate together, to where you're able to create a much more like harmonious environment.
Like a hive mind type of thing.
Honestly, yeah, it's like those weird IBM commercials where it's like "Power Your Business" by IBM, and they show those huge, IBM by Watson, those huge data centers, and you're like, who in the world? I don't need this to power my small antique stamps business. But if you were to put a city on like an entire grid, or a country, it would make a lot of sense.
Have y'all watched Westworld by any chance on HBO?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I guess that's a very extreme example, obviously, where AI takes over, like designed in human form. But the thing, I don't know, it was kind of a confusing series to me, like, and I also don't think the showrunners did a great job of tying up a lot of loose ends. But
That's why it got canceled.
Yeah. Yeah. Season 3, or was it 3 seasons or 4 seasons? I can't remember.
I think
it was 4. Yeah. But I guess the question I always had is like, if humans created AI, isn't AI at fault for the same things that humanity would be at fault for? So like, because if we design it, then we design it with all of our faults.
All of the biases.
Everything. So like, unless it's like, I don't know. I guess it could learn out biases, but I don't even.
So this is where my like opening monologue kind of gets into it, is because these things would be learning past human understanding or like brain power or comprehension. I don't know if you. Like the AI would have a different standard of understanding than like a human could.
Okay, got it.
Does that make sense? Like it's thinking, and if it can surpass our brain power, it would be looking at problems and thinking of things that humans could not physically understand.
Yep.
Also, Rick and Morty did an episode about this as well.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, about Rick Sanchez, about Rick Sanchez creating a robot AI that became so smart that it could create robot AIs, right? So like it was equivalents of like Rick Sanchez level thinking, and the conclusion is that the robot ends up losing due to some. I'd have to rewatch the episode.
Yeah.
But the robot ends up losing due to some factor, like in this epic battle between Rick Sanchez and the robot.
For sure. It's a great series. I've watched all of it, but there's so many episodes. Runs together. Yeah, that's it's almost like I guess Will Smith was kind of right in iRobot. Have y'all seen iRobot?
In what part?
Just like it's like they were like it's helping us, but then eventually it like could it switch and be like, I mean, those robots were killing people, but could it be like you were saying, Kyle, it becomes so advanced it would be thinking beyond anything that any human could think of.
Oh, I totally agree. And I think you get to a point where AI, like, it wouldn't let you do, like, quote, like, bad things.
Uh-huh.
Do you know what I mean? If it's just like, oh, this would be bad for, like, the other systems, or like maybe it's bad for the Earth.
No, but see, then I think Eric's right. I think that our biases that we program into it at the beginning then do have an influence, right? Because then, or are you saying that the AI would learn and it would reprogram itself?
I think that's what machine learning is the learning part. Like, you can program it a certain way, and then I think it'll get to a point naturally where machine unlearns and then relearns.
We will see. That default.
Yeah, that's again, that's the scary part to me. Like that is frightening. Because then it's like, why would you even elect a president anymore? Just put an AI bot in there that knows how to, knows how to.
That movie with Shia LaBeouf, Eagle Eye.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. We're just naming all the shitty sci-fi movies. iRobot, Eagle Eye.
This podcast is just a compilation of movies, of sci-fi movies from like 2003 to 2015.
Yeah, exactly. Man, there was another one that was
Oh, sorry.
Oh, you're good. It had can't remember the guy's name, but it was like everybody like hooked into like basically like a robot that went out in public, so everyone was like stuck in their houses, and they like hooked into this robot human that then walked out into public, but then eventually like they disconnected the whole thing, and so everyone had to like come back into society after being like rejects for so long, and then it was basically like it was the downfall of that whole robot society, and then it came back to humans. It was really weird. I can't remember the name, but anyway.
That sounds like 2020 to 2021.
Yeah, seriously.
People needing to get reintroduced into society, and there was like someone on an airplane trying to like fight a stewardess like every week.
Yeah. No, but that actually happened. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Dude, one thing that I think is super interesting too is the stuff about AI is Chat GPT surpassed 1 million users within 5 days. It took less than a week for there to be 1 million users.
Kyle, explain what that is.
Oh yeah, so Chat GPT is it's a chatbot that is made by OpenAI. It's kind of like Google, but it can write anything like you can say like write me like a Christmas story with me as the main character, like Eric and Ryan as well, and have it be written by Dr. Seuss. And it'll with that prompt, it'll shoot you back out a short story about the three of us, like Dr. Seuss wrote it.
That's
or
right.
you can, yeah. Or I've heard, people say, giving it prompts like write a movie, like a sequel to the Entourage movie or something. Just really anything. Any prompt. And anyway, it passed over 1 million users within 5 days.
Damn. That is that's pretty. You actually sent me a couple of those. I remember they weren't bad. Yeah, they weren't.
It's only getting better.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that's the beta. The beta version is free. I looked up a little into OpenAI, the company behind ChatGPT, ChatGPT. They also have a generative art product called Dolly. The CEO of OpenAI, his name is Sam Altman. Investor in OpenAI, Elon Musk.
Oh fuck. Not surprising.
Pledged $1 billion to the company.
Oh my god. Wow. That is crazy. I heard a thing about how there was a book written in like 1953 or something about this colony on Mars, and in the book the character who was leading the colony, his name was Elon.
Coincidence?
Coincidence? I don't know. Well, I guess we'll find out. Yeah. But
the chat GPT, Kyle, that's fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
And did you see that they were thinking about watermarking all the responses so kids can't rip the answers and put it into homework and stuff?
Damn.
I did not see that, but there's always a way for a crafty student. I mean, dude, if all you have to do is retype it from the
Still saves you time.
You can have Google read it and then auto dictate onto a doc. I'm playing 4D chess. All right. Not that I would do any of these things. My friends. I've got a friend.
I heard a guy once. Yeah.
I was gonna say it's really fascinating to me that it seems like there is like this sort of like tolerance and wait for this level of technology, that people are using it and are interested.
Yeah.
Ryan, have you used it, or Eric, have you?
Just for like simple like question and responses, and then reading online, but not like for anything serious.
Yeah, I've not done the one you're talking about, Kyle. I did the what was the company called? It was through like Discord, and you could like it was pictures. But you could like type in descriptions through Discord. You had like 25 free things, and you could type it in. The pictures were insane. Like I couldn't get like really, really good ones, but there were some people on the Discord channels that were just like, I mean, it was the artwork was insane. Yeah.
One of my
Stable Diffusion, was it Stable Diffusion, or was it the other one?
No, let me pull it up. I'll pull it up real quick.
Okay. Anyway, I think the next question I'd like to throw out is, do you think AI art is something that will be its own very unique and big category in the art world?
It was called.
I totally do. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think so. It was called Midjourney.
Midjourney.
Yeah. I think so. I mean, look, it's better than some of this modern art that's out there where it's like two steel beams fused together, and then they just put it in front of an office building and like, this is art. You're like, dude, no, fuck that. It's not art. No, I can't stand modern art, so I'm all down for AI shit.
Yeah, I think it'll be. Eric and I actually covered this in a past episode as well. We talked about AI used it was computers were being used to write song lyrics.
Yep.
And my take at the time was that people will be, or some artists will be considered like purists, that all of their work and